Hello, 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 everyone. Kim from K&RP here with Jean Peter. We are going to do ABC ATCs today. Say that fast 10 times. It's fun. Currently, temperature here is 19 degrees Celsius, which means it's 66 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's a beautiful day. It's not sunny. It's not hot. I was out working and pulling weeds this morning, picked some beans, and I could breathe out there. And then somebody in the neighborhood's having a fire, and I had to come in, which is good because now we're here. Jean, any news from your end?
No, but I'd sure like your weather.
Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely, nice and cool.
It's 91 here in Hobbs, America.
Oh, brutal, brutal. Hi, Anne. Welcome, welcome. We're just going to play some ATCs. I chopped up some of those painty papers that I did the other day. I am covered in black ink because I thought something would be dry by now, but it's not, and it's been almost a week. So, anyway, Jean has hers, and we're going to be doing our ATCs differently because that's the way we roll. I'm going to use the letter bits that I cut out. I'm getting a real glare here. I'm wondering if this light. There, I turned that light off. Is that going to be helpful? I think so. I've got letter bits, and I'm going to use some Kim bits along with some of the letters, and I'm going to embellish some. What are you going to do, Jean?
I'm going to. I grabbed 3 magazines, and because that was all I could reach out of the garage, and I've started cutting a few. I got a little pile up here, and I'm going to put my letters on by hand by drawing or writing them, and then I'm going to put pictures from magazines for something that goes with each letter. I hope.
Nice.
But we're all artists here, and that could change in a heartbeat.
It could. It really could. Welcome, Belinda. Welcome, Curzo. Hi, Sherry. Nice to see you guys here. We're just playing ATCs today, and we each have our own ideas of how we think they're going to turn out. Doesn't always work that way. We know how that works.
Yeah, definitely. Hello, everyone.
Yes. I am just setting up my YouTube screen because Jean and I were chatting, and I started a little bit late. So I'm going to leave it up to Jean for a minute. I'm going to put you big, and then I'm going to deal with this, and I will come right back. Does that work, guys?
That works.
Okay.
So, when I was digging through my magazines and flipping to see if there was stuff, this is the first thing that showed up. And I was like, lace, L, lime. No. So, that's going to be my L. I'm going to put some lace on my card. And I'm just gonna hold it up there and cut it. I am not going to pay any attention to what I'm doing and trying to be super precise. So there's my lace, and oh goodness, I may have to go grab glue sticks out of the other room. Let's see if we can get by with one glue stick. So I'm just going to glue it on here. And yes, I'm a glue stick person. I love my glue sticks. And the reason I like them is I have pieces that I've used this glue on that are years old on wood and they still hold. I believe it. My theory is that you put a lot of glue and you burnish it, and that makes it adhere the best. So there's my L lace. The lime was just a last minute addition that I said when I was holding it up. So now I got to grab my pins, which are all over this place. And now I'm going to do my L. And I'm going to, I'm going to do a curtsy veil because to me, the curtsy veil is the prettiest letter in the alphabet. And I don't like the pin I picked up, but it'll have to do. We're going to go pull out a Sharpie. I want it to be more bold. Now I'm going to frou-frou it up a little bit. Magazine pages don't want to be drawn on very well.
No, they don't.
Okay, so that's my L, but I still need it more frou-frou than this. Because it's with lace, you know? Just add some little curly cues. And then I took a class, and that person that taught the class made a comment that has stuck with me more than anything else I've ever read in a class or heard is the first line is not the last line. And that's what I like about doodling and lettering is you get those extra little lines. You know, some people may think, oh my gosh, that's so sloppy. But I like it. It gives it its own character. So my first one is done. It's kind of plain, kind of simple. So, you know, I say it's done for today. But do my faux stitching on here to kind of outline it. I'm big on black outlines, and a lot of my cards already have the outlines on them when I was making them. They were all done with paint markers. I just sit here one day, cut them all out, and did it. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of an outline there. Whoops, I slipped. That's okay. Now I like it better, but the slip bothers me, so we're going to fix it my way that I fix a slip. I just make it thicker in several spots, like it's supposed to be that way. And then I take, and I hope this gel pen will work because it's not my favorite. And then I'll just put some little white dots on there. They're not showing up very well. So this one is not going to work well. Okay. Let's see how this works. Nope. I don't even know if I have a white paint pen. Yes, I do. Right here. I stood up from nothing. But I'm done. I'm calling that good.
Excellent. All right.
I'm happy with it.
I'm coming back. I like it. I'm coming back. Okay. I like it, Jean. I like the way that turned out.
I do too.
Excellent. Well, you're going to use ink. I'm going to use paint because paint is my first and foremost love to use for things. So we'll see if I can embellish as nicely with paint as you did with that marker.
Well, it's my markers are kind of an extension of my fingers.
Yeah, I that's the way the paint has been for me. So I just chopped up. Can you guys see? Like, I turned that light back on because I need a light over my desk. But for some reason, it's really glary today. Is it okay or not?
Looks good to me.
Okay. I feel like I've got a blast of something. Could just be my eyes. Um, so I'm just going to grab this here M because don't mind the inky fingers. I did a little mushroom, Kimbits. So I want to use my mushroom and I'm going to use this M. I think it'll get lost on that blue. So we'll try this one. That works. That works. That works. So I'm going to have the mushroom and the M, and we'll see how well I can embellish that with some glue. So I hope you guys are kind of following along. Our Joni has started up a group on Facebook. It's an ATC swap group where you swap 3 ATCs, and it's going to be a monthly thing. But all you do is you send 3 ATCs to Joni, and she will then split them up and send one ATC from 3 different people back to you. So you have to supply an envelope and postage back. I have to clarify how it's going to work for us international folks. But there's no added anything in the envelopes. It's the ATCs and that's it. So that really intrigued me because sometimes these swaps get so out of hand that I just need to run and get some water, and I will pull that up to the camera so that you can see what I'm doing. I was looking at my desk and thinking, oh, I don't know how well the markers are going to do what I want them to. I have, like I say, I have much better luck with my paint. So this is what I have. Can we see? I have a mushroom and an M. Yeah. Yeah, the swaps have been getting absolutely crazy with, people sending so much stuff and then other people can't afford it, or other people feel that, they send their stuff and then they get oodles of stuff back and they feel bad. So I like the fact that she's just doing straight ATCs, send them to her, and she will pass them along. So I'm going to outline with my black ink paint. It's paint. It's just the regular craft paint on the screen, Kim. Craft paint, black. Liner brush. That is an American Painter number 2, 4350 liner. The nice thing about using paint, I don't necessarily have to wait for the excess glue to dry. Okay, so I'm outlining just to get that punch. You know I like to outline.
I've already changed my plan.
All right. I'm just using Kimbits because I've got so much Kimbits that I have to start using them. So I figured what better way than to do some ATCs, especially with that alphabet that I cut out. All right. So I've now outlined everybody.
My word's too big.
Your word's too big?
Yeah, I'll have to do it this way. And there's no room for the M. Doggone it.
So then I'm going to come up beside the M and I'm going to do some swirls also. Ugh. My paper wasn't flat, so I've got an ugly swirl. That's okay. Then I can always do as Jean did, make it nice and thick, add dots or some other kind of something to it.
It's funny you say I'll do as Jean did. And guess what I just did? I took one of my little strips of bits that I've been making.
Yeah.
And just cut me a new mushroom out of it.
Nice. That's awesome. So I think I'm going to ink the edge on this one. Although we all know I use paint, I'm just going to take a piece of sponge, dip it in some water, dip it in the paint so it's quite watered down. Quite watered down. Just a hint of color. And I'm going to edge this. Hold the brush. Hold the sponge, Kim. And I will call this one done. So, of course, mine is just on copy paper right now. I will have to put a thicker backing on it. Words of wisdom or steps I go through to plan a journal. Going to do a Jane Austen one right. What I like to do is I like to have my pages either in something like this, well, signatures that we did for Jean, or I kind of have them planned out. So this would be a signature, right? So I've got all my pages and I will look at it, and then if I'm going to embellish and I know I need I will embellish. I'll take it right out and I'll work on it and complete it and then put it together. I find that works best for me. So that sometimes when I've got a journal that's already done and I do the embellishments and it gets so stinking fat and the pages are sticking out, I like doing the embellishment beforehand so that maybe I'll have to take a couple of pages out for it to lie nice. Does that make sense? And Jean, did that make sense?
That makes sense. I don't plan. I gather.
Well, yeah, I gather too, and then I put it together, and then I sew it because otherwise it could be way big. If that makes sense. So I have my feathers. I cut the feathers. I finished the feathers. Can you see? They're cut now. The ones I did on when was I here last? Tuesday? Tuesday. So they're all cut. So I'm going to use one of the feathers and an F, and I'm going to trim this right to the paper because it's not going to dangle. But two, like when I did this journal, it was already together because it was a magazine and I folded the pages and then did them. So if you do it this way, do a couple of pages at the front, a couple of pages at the back, and a couple of pages in the middle. Otherwise, you get this really goofy, it's not nice and flat. So that when you work it back and forth and in the middle, then it seems to come together nicer. If that makes sense also. Yeah. I did those feathers Tuesday, I think. I've memory like a sieve today. So I'm good. I've got the letter F here someplace. I do, really. I had them in alphabetical order. Now I'm going to have to search. Toss them around. Toss them around.
Yeah, this would be a whole lot harder if we did these in alphabetical order.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pink doesn't work on that. Let's use this one. Because it's got the pink and the blue, and the feather is blue. I kind of like it like that. Should the feather be pointing up? I can't remember if feathers should be pointing up or down. Doesn't matter.
I finished my M.
You did your M? Do you want me to put you big so that we can see?
No, this is good.
Okay.
I love the word mystique, so I put it on there. Even though I wanted it this way, I still wanted it on there. So, hey, I'm in order. L, M.
Well, I went from M to F. Kind of rude. Well, that wasn't the plan, folks, just so you know. I like that word mystique. That is a wonderful word.
It is.
So I'm not going to be able to outline this feather very nice. I probably should have done it before I put it down or even before I cut it. Note to self. The feather, it shows because it's so light. And with the F, I think I'm going to just quickly outline it before I put it on. Oh, look, there's a wet spot. And because I use construction paper for some of these, of course, the paint is going to bleed on the paper. I like that effect. I like the little hairy effects bleeding gets. Clarify that. I like the hairy effects. Paint. I'm just getting myself in a whole whackload of trouble here today. My goodness.
I've decided to put a word with every letter, a picture and a word, keeping
No,
it simple.
I could probably do that too. That would mean I would have to find words. Well, I've got some words. I don't know how nice they are, but it works. So I don't know if any of you guys out there make ATCs as well.
This is the first time for me in years. I
I
made
do
some.
them.
Go ahead.
I do them because I like to play, and sometimes it's like, what am I want to play with today? And that just seems to work for me. So, let's see if I can get that just to bleed out just a little more. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take water and go around the edge of the F. And then I'm going to just take that black paint and just put it into that wet spots so that I get that bit of a bleed. It's just a different effect, guys. You don't have to do it. Do it the way you like. We're just playing today, showing you how we do some things.
My backgrounds are kind of busy, but it's okay.
Yeah, mine are always busy.
I like it.
Me too.
I
Me
wish y'all
too.
could see my window. I have a bird feeder right outside my window,
Okay.
and we filled it up Sunday. And it's got 2 levels that they can eat out of,
Yeah.
and they've already went past the first level, so they all have to get on the bottom.
Oh,
And
so now they're fighting?
mhm, it's really funny.
Yeah.
And mostly it's just sparrows because we don't really have pretty birds around here.
Yeah.
You'll see a blue jay and a robin once in a while, and that's about it. But it's still cool.
It is. It
My
is.
husband likes to be ornery and tell me, I'm not feeding sparrows. And I said, well, I'm not feeding dogs then. How about that?
Yeah.
So anyway, he's being ornery. Hey, I finished Y.
Okay. So I did my, I don't know. Let's try it without that silly thing again. I don't know where the heck the glare is coming from today. I just find it's off. My lighting just seems off to me.
That's cool. Thank you, Belinda. Um, the first magazine I pulled out is Ply because I had it sitting there, and now I'm using Glamour. Kim, I'm going to have to mute myself for a minute because
Okay.
my daughter's calling.
Okay. No problem. All right. So I'm not happy with my glare, but we will figure out something. So, like I say, right now I'm kind of using up Timbits. So let's do a chicken. Let's do a chicken with the letter C. That one kind of blends in. Let's do a really bright orange chicken. It's the same paper as the mushroom. You can tell I do things in batches, right? We'll use this because the C is kind of a blue-green. So we'll do the chicken and the C. The chicken and the C, isn't that tuna? Anyway, I'm going to edge this. No, I'm not. I'll do it after. The chicken's going to go on as it is. The C's going to go on as it is. And I'm going to do some of that swirly stuff. So let's put the chicken on. Maybe the chicken... No, it's got to go on top. I'm trying to do them so they're not quite the same, but it seems like I've got, everything's at the top. Maybe it's because I feel my camera is very far away today. Is it farther than normal, guys? And I'm hoping with the colors of the letters that I have here that they are going to, I'll have to really watch so that things don't blend in overly much, if that makes sense. Yeah, this can go right at the very, very bottom. It'll only cover 1 foot. I like it. I like it. Yeah, just using up papers that I've got. So I do things in batches, like Tuesday when I cut out the umbrellas, the fish, the chickens. I cut a variety of things out of the same piece of paper to use it up. So that's what I mean in batches. If that makes sense. So, I mean, you'll see that I use this for chickens and for the feathers. And some fish, So then I have to kind of watch what I use with what. But that's okay. Keeps me busy and interested. So again, black paint, liner brush, quickie outlines. Of course, if I used a gel pen, it would be much finer. But that's okay. Sometimes I like the bold lines that I get from the brushes. I could use a really fine brush and get thin lines. I'm not overly concerned because you know me. I'm not overly concerned. I just do it. And if I make a mistake, or what I perceive to be a mistake, because really there are no real mistakes unless I spilled the whole ink or paint jar on my work. Everything is fixable, coverable up, cover upable. You can fix it, and if you can't, put it in the garbage because it's just paper. We play no stress here, you know that, right? So let's do a swirl coming up here. And like Jean says about the lines being, going over them again with another marker or something, I might come back and do that with a gel pen. I might not. Then I'm going to put some dots. Let's do some dots here. You know what? I'm going to use the back end of my brush to do some dots. It is a great way to end up with inchies and twinchies. I have bins full of them. And some days I just like playing with them.
I'm back.
Yay!
Now that I'm cutting this out, it could have been a mushroom, but it's rocks.
It's rocks.
It's rocks.
Speaking of rocks, we went to that Thresherman's Stampede yesterday, and I was a good girl. I did not howl at the country music, which I am really prone to do. My husband was very proud of me.
Howl at it because you don't like it?
Yep. Ah,
I like every music. I haven't yet to find, well, I'm not a rap person.
I can do rap, I can do techno, I can do that electronic stuff, I can do opera. I can do anything but country because it makes me depressed.
Oh, and see, I know a lot of people do say that, but my favorite country is the really old stuff, which some of that was kind of depressing, yes, but I don't know. It takes me to a time and a place where things were easier.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with country. My dad and played a lot of country. My mother was very eclectic in her music choices, everything from Nana Muscuri, Neil Diamond. She loved Jethro Tull, you know. So I've been subjected to many kinds of music. I just happen to like or not like country as much as you know.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. I have a B somewhere.
that's all right. We can still be friends.
Yeah. Well, I have a fellow that we grew up with. Well, I didn't grow up with him. My husband grew up with him, but I hung around with him in our teenage years. And he plays with the Bellamy Brothers, which is
Oh, yeah.
Christian country. So, um, but I still talk to him. You know.
I don't, country music isn't my favorite, but sometimes I need to listen to it because the other stuff just, I don't know. It gets too much sometimes for
Yeah,
me.
I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. Um. Oh no. Well, that just is not a good thing. Now what? I took all my needles and stuff upstairs because I was working on tassels upstairs.
I have some right here. Do you want it? Here you go.
Sure, thanks. Oh no. Well, cool blue chicken, thanks. You, it's I'm just putting stuff together. That's the fun thing about ATCs. I might not consider these finished. Right now, they're finished. I might come back and embellish them or put words on. But that's the thing about art, right? A piece is never finished, it's just abandoned. Well, now what are you going to do, Kim? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Never mind. I don't have to have threaded buttons because I've made some before. They're already threaded with holes and strings. And I'm just going
There
to
you
use
go.
these. I'm just going to use a couple of those. There. So I hope we're not too boring for you guys today as we just play away. What letter are you working on, Jean?
R.
R.
I've lost my rocks.
You've lost. I've lost my marbles. I still can't find the darn things. It's been a couple of months. They're here someplace. I know they are.
My problem is once I do something, I tend to start doodling on it.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I wonder if. Hmm. It'd be nice if I had like clusters of buttons. I don't have any button clusters, but I could do this. It'd be close to a cluster. Okay. I don't have any bees. I could paint a bee. Hey, Joni, welcome. Yeah, I miss my mind too. I was telling everybody about your new Facebook group, Joni, about how lovely it will be just to swap straight ATCs and not have to worry about whether you're sending enough other stuff or not. So if you want to put your link to that in, I'll make you a mod. Does that work? Can I make you a mod from here? I don't know if I can make you a mod from here.
Not from me. You can from YouTube.
Yeah, I've got it on YouTube. Add as moderator. There we go. Okay, Joni, I just gave you the blue dress. And if you would like to put in your Facebook group link, that'd be awesome.
That's crazy. The only word I could find with an R was right.
As in,
Right?
go right. You're right.
I'm always right.
Me too.
Uh, yes, my husband. He'll tell you too. Happy
Oh,
life, happy life.
yep. It's kind of the rule in my house too. And I have to admit, I'm pretty darn spoiled.
Yeah, I am too. Even when he drives me crazy, I'm still spoiled.
Yep. But I
The
mean,
first,
you've been married for just about as long as I've been married, so that's just totally understandable.
yep.
Totally and completely.
Yeah. Some of the pictures I'm finding are not working so well with my magazines,
Oh no.
but that's okay. It's good. It gives me a challenge. We all need to be challenged. You know, what good is art doing us if we do the same thing over and over and over?
Exactly. Exactly. Sunday, I'm going to be doing monsters. I'm going to try and do Kimbit monsters.
How fun.
I have not done monsters. I've crocheted monsters. I have done 3D kind of monster things for the grandkids and with the grandkids, but I have not done Kimbit monsters.
I
Thank you,
made
Tony.
I made a Defy kit to make felt monsters.
They're
And
wonderful.
they're my own designs. I mean, I drew all the monsters to make it, and then I thought, well, I had so much fun. Even he's got the little butt flap back there.
Mm-hmm.
That I decided to try one just out of painty papers. And I just cut him out of painty papers and put pieces on. And so, yeah, monsters are fun.
Oh, they're wonderful. I love him.
Isn't he fun?
He is. Does he have a name?
Hmm. No, I
Okay.
haven't. I think he looks like a Rupert, or
Rupert.
however.
What a great name, Rupert.
How do you spell that?
Rupert.
Rupert. He's just got that Rupert look, you know?
He does.
He hangs off my curtains.
He's
I got him.
wonderful.
I have all kinds of things clipped to my curtains.
I should
Cause my,
start doing that.
yeah, my curtains are. Let me take a quick picture and I'll show y'all on my phone because
Her
I'm pretty
curtains are
proud of them.
incredible, guys. You have to see these wonderful
It
curtains.
took me a while to figure out what I wanted, like 15 years. I really just was happy with the blinds, but as I've gotten older, my eyes don't want to work with too much light, different
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
And the blinds just weren't cutting it at a certain part of the year. And, I guess it's just in the position of the sun. And anyway, so now this is taking it with the blinds open. Can you see that? That's all sari silk, strips of fabric, strips of yarn, some of my hand spun yarns in there.
Can I make you big? Let me
Uh huh.
make you big. Hang on, I want to make you big. I'm on the wrong screen here. Sorry. Hang on, hang on. So, those curtains are absolutely incredible.
Yeah, the sun's coming in, so it's kind of cloudy, but I mean, it makes the picture kind of cloudy, but yeah, it's pretty. It's really pretty. And when you go to the grocery store and they have on end caps those really long pieces of metal that have things clipped to them, to add it in a row somewhere. I have four of those hanging on top of the curtains that has things clipped on it too. Because a lot of times I get a lot of little bitty bits of things from my sister and my kids and my grandkids, just this little something that they thought looked like grandma. And rather than put it in a drawer, I just hang it. I have all kinds of things hanging. So makes me happy. I'll be honest, I haven't worked in here for a long time. I've kept the computer in the other room. And since I put the curtains up, I'm in here a lot. So
Awesome.
I think it's a good thing.
They're wonderful. They're wonderful.
I may find more words. I like to work with words. This is the perfect word for C.
What
And
is it?
cat. Control.
Ah,
I have a cat on here, so okay.
that works. All right. I don't know if you can read the writing on that, but it says button, button. Who's got the button?
That's cute.
It's too bad that the buttons I had were green, but I guess I could have found a different B. I could have done a different B, but it's okay. All's good.
Well,
Uh,
you can doodle it up and
I
fold it up
can. I can.
and do
And
whatever you need to make it perfect.
yeah, gotta let the paint dry a little bit. And Okay, I've got umbrellas. Let's find the U. And then it's going to be work hard, Kim, and find things like an X. Well, but that could be kisses, right? Hugs and kisses. X's. There's the U. Okay.
There's my T. It's simple, but they all are. And, I kind of think that's okay because my backgrounds were super fun. Okay, what other pictures do I have?
I put umbrellas on Twinchies. Basically, I've got orange umbrellas left. I don't know if that swears at that hot pink. Do I need to cut a different U? What do you think? Do they swear at each other?
I love pink and orange together. Oh, I know exactly how you need to put that together.
Do you?
Yeah, put the umbrella kind of cattywampus on top of one of the U's. Yeah,
Yeah,
when you were holding it, that's what I thought.
that's kind of what my plan was.
Great minds think alike.
They do. Oh, and ha, I have a thought, guys.
Oh gosh, we're all in trouble now.
Yeah, that was really hot the other day, yesterday when we were at the Stampede. Wow, there was not much shade, although that the stands were in the shade, so that was a nice thing. But where the concession stands, the food trucks and stuff were, there was no shade at the picnic tables.
Yeah, it's actually. I was talking to somebody from your area, and it was early in the morning. Well, it was early for me. I don't know for sure what time it was for her. I don't recall, but I. She said it was 97 degrees already, and I was like, "Oh, well, it's way nicer here." Yeah, so we've already had our heat wave, and you know what? My glue stick is broken. It won't push up anymore.
Oh no.
And I haven't even. It was new when I started today.
Oh. See, all that glue that's in the bottom, I need a little picky thing like that to get it out. I'm sure I've got something somewhere here.
Well, I used to always use my X-Acto knife, but I got this tool. It's actually like a liquor stirring stick thing because
Okay.
it's got that on it, but it also, if you're making flowers and you want to get them to curl up, this is nice and round to work that.
Oh, okay.
But I sure don't want to sit and do this to the whole stick of glue. That's for sure.
No. Now I'm thinking what I should have done. I've got that stamp set wherever it went. Where is it? I just saw it. Had my stamps out the other day and didn't put those away either, so they're here on my desk someplace. this stamp set, I could have done a clothesline and hung all this underwear on it.
Oh, that would have been cute.
Well, I didn't do it. Yeah, I was so thankful that today was, clear air. So what if it's cloudy? I can breathe. I can work outside in the yard. I like that too, Jean, the way that turned out. I'll think it's something, a little cluster thing to put up in the corner or whatever.
And I'm liking my words and I'm actually pulling out pretty much the first words I find
Excellent.
without really thinking. And I'm liking that too.
Wow, Belinda, that's crazy. Hey, Pam, welcome, welcome. We're playing ABC ATCs. We're not doing them in any specific order. I'm just using up Kimbits and stuff. And,
My P
and stuff.
page, prehistoric penny.
Oh, nice. And we're also talking about the weather, Pam, because it's been crazy in so many places.
I'm going to go grab another glue stick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I did have some in here. Not my favorite, but it'll do.
I have to find something that fits. I have big leaves that I made for L. And it's kind of lime green. Wow. You know what, guys? I am now going to be thinking of things to go with each letter so that I can make Kimbits for each letter so that it'll make my life easier.
Then you're going to have to do an ABC journal too.
I do. I'm going to do the ABC one with the Goonie Birds. It's going to be a storybook.
Oh. I did an ABC journal a long time ago. I don't know that it's really finished. It has
Okay.
stuff for every letter, but it's not really finished.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I first started streaming, it was finish it Fridays because I have so many projects that I need to finish. But I never really got anything finished. And then, of course, somebody would say something, and there was that rabbit and squirrel, and oh, look, glitter. And there I was gone. And it just, I'm not even going to try doing finish it Fridays anymore because, you know,
Why finish it?
yeah,
It'll be there some
it,
other day.
it will. I think that L's going to go up in that corner. Yes, it can. I think I need some veining on this leaf.
I'm pushing the line on my alphabet here.
Are you?
Yep.
Are you
I'm using
going?
my unicorn lamb.
Why not? Why not? That's perfect.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
So, whoever is in the audience, I'm really glad you're here. Whoever's in the balcony, I appreciate you being here as well. So, this just goes to show that all those silicon bits that I keep making and showing you guys, this is such a great way to use them up. And seriously, if you just feel like doing a little doodle thing and you do a page full of leaves and cut them out and store them for whenever, they get put to use. There's my leaf. I added the veins and I outlined it zigzaggy. It's a lamicorn.
There we go. It's a lamicorn. But then it doesn't go for my U page.
No. True.
I don't have an umbrella or any underwear. I'll hold on because I like the word lamicorn. I'm going to hold on to that one. If I don't find something else for the U, that's what it'll go for. Because I already did the L. But I could maybe put some.
You might just have to save it for another project altogether.
Yeah. He still would pretty much fit. Well, we'll hang on to him. We'll decide. It doesn't have to be set in stone right now.
No.
So I'm almost out of my pictures that
Uh-oh.
I pre-picked out.
I love your doodle backgrounds. I really do.
Thank you. This is my actual favorite. This was actually the first one, too.
I love it. I love it.
It made me order another set of paint pens. I like the broad ones.
Yeah.
3 strokes and you're done.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, not quite 3, but it's almost like that. I have to tell you, when my daughter called, her main reason for calling, aside from her forgetting my anniversary,
Oh, dear.
was that the babies didn't like the applesauce she bought. Did I want it? I said, yeah, I want it. I love applesauce.
I still have applesauce in my freezer from last harvest. My tree is loaded. So I think I'm going to have to do some, make some smoothies or something with it. Use it
Yeah.
up. But, sometimes I just don't think that, yeah, you've got applesauce in the freezer. Like, just. And then never buy it because I usually have applesauce in the freezer. So I don't even think about it. So there's an L. Rainbows. Yes, that one is like rainbows, Jean.
This one, yeah.
I don't have any rainbows. I should make some rainbows. That would be good for R.
Yeah. Are you writing that down?
No. Oh. Wonder. I've got these negative spaces or whatever. I could use that for the X. As well as hugs and kisses.
Yes.
I'll just chop that off. Because it's already doodled on. But I will mark it with a marker. That's yellow, Kim. Where's your black marker?
I really, other than my prehistoric, the word prehistoric, I really like the words I'm finding because I don't know, they're just like this one for the B is brilliant.
Oh, fabulous.
And I just, I have control, right, mystique, yarn, lace. I don't know. They're just different, not your normal words.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I like brilliant. And it works perfect with my butterflies on my B card because
Because. Wow, mine are really colorful. Yeah, I'm using my marker to outline this X. Oh, wonder where those letters are. I have the letters that I cut these all out of cardstock on the Cricut. You can put in an alphabet or whatever, and it cuts it, right? So I wanted to have a whack load of little letters that I could just use, and they are in a container someplace with my marbles. Um, I thought I had them here. Ha! I do not have them here. Well, that just bites. Huh. Oh well. Because then I could just put a whole whack load of X's all over the page and it would be good. At least I think it would be good. So I hope some of you guys are going to join us in Joni's group and do some ATC swaps with us. I really, really admit I love the fact that, as she said, if you've got ATCs already made, just grab them and send them. And so far, there aren't going to be any themes on the ATCs.
that I like.
Yeah, no, it's just 3 ATCs.
When you said ABC ATCs, I cringed a little
Oh,
because I'm not good on themes. I just want to do my own thing.
yeah, but you can do your own thing with the ABCs.
Yeah, I know. I'm really glad we did now, but at first I was like,
Yeah. So then what do you want to do next week?
I
Hey,
don't
Barbara,
know.
welcome. Oh, sorry, Jean, what?
I don't know.
Barbara, we're just doing our ABC ATCs. Joni is she started up an ATC swap page, and it's just ATC. So you send her 3 ATCs, she'll send you 3 ATCs back from 3 different people. Oh, no, Pam. Oh, no problem, Joni. I'm just thrilled about it. You know, because I do swaps and I just don't know how much to send and who I'm sending with. I mean, one of the swaps, I thought I sent enough stuff. Well, to me, it was enough. And then I get this box. And honestly, Joni, I'm not mentioning names. I'm so thankful for beautiful stuff. But the postage on the box was $35, guys. And we were just swapping something little. But she was moving and she was cleaning out her stuff. But still, $35 in postage. My heart just like I can't. I just can't. No. Oh look, see, I knew I had. Look, I've got an inchy because I did inchy alphabets. I'm going to take this inchy and I'm going to use it on here. There we go. I've got my X's done. Yeah, that too, Pam. It does. Too much and competitive. Definitely. And I don't know. No, don't get me wrong. I appreciated everything she sent me. But wow, that was an awful lot of stuff. Awful lot of stuff. It was lovely, but 35 bucks in postage, 34 something. It was sorry. Okay, I'll stop ranting now, guys. Rant over. All your exes live in Texas. Yeah, Barbara. It's been a while since. Well, I can't say that. I do swap, but yeah, I'm thrilled with the one from Joni because I don't know. You can't really see this box down here. I'm gonna have to outline that X in black on the inside so that it shows. So anyway, I'm really happy that Joni's doing this, and I think that because it's only the ATCs that she's going to get more people swapping, or more people will be happy with it, if that makes sense. There's my X. Yeah, that too. That too, Anne. Okay, Pam. Yeah, it's annoying when you get two different deliveries like that. That too, and really, does the other person even want this stuff? Oh, good. I need something or someone to organize my mess.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I was told yesterday by two different people that I was OCD, and I didn't know that.
You are?
That's what they keep telling me.
Huh.
It's in. I guess maybe some ways because I do. I'll pack up some boxes for Defy, or I'll make some kits, or I'll do a project, and after a while, when it starts to come in, I have to stop, clean it all back up, put everything right where it belongs, and then I can go back to it. And I've never been that way before.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because there's more stuff here than I know what to do with.
Yeah, I kind of understand that.
Really having a tough time finding something for a J. I really want to do a J. Can't think of a picture for a J.
Yeah. See, Barbara, that's where this swap of Joni's is so good because you send her the three cards and then an envelope, and I have to ask her exactly how she wants the postage from Canada because I can't just go and get stamps and send them to her because they're Canadian stamps, right? So have to figure out what the postage will be and then figure out how to get money to her for the postage back to Canada. But you send it to her. So if she doesn't get it, you don't get anything back, right? Like, and that way other people aren't left hanging. If that makes sense.
And I'm not positive, it's been a while since I've used it, but there is a single international stamp that the last time I bought it was like $1.20, something like that. And three ATCs in a package, that should be all the stamp is. So,
Yeah.
if you want, I can look that up and see what it is. It's just one international stamp. And,
Yeah.
for a simple little book that, or, simple little package like just a few ounces or I don't know, 13 ounces under something. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah. Joni, I don't know that that would work because Canadian stamps and US stamps are different. So if you put a Canadian stamp on it, would it go through your postal system? I don't think it would.
That's what I was talking about, Anne. The Forever International stamp.
See, what I was thinking of doing, Anne, was sending the ATCs, my credit union that I deal with, I can get American money through the ATM machine. So I would get like $10 US and fold it up in a piece of paper and put it in the envelope. And then when it's running low, you could let me know if that makes sense. But $1.68, is there
Okay.
taxes on top of that? See, there would be taxes on top of Canadian stamps.
First
So
class mail international. They send a 1 ounce letter or postcard from the world, around the world, with one global forever stamp, which currently costs $1.50 and never expires, even if the postage goes up. So if your three cards don't weigh more than an ounce,
and they shouldn't.
yeah. So that's what I would do.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, look, there's my X.
Where's
It's
your
the,
ex?
it's the light on the vehicle.
Oh, yeah, it is.
This kind of makes me sad that I found this for my J, but it'll work because that's the vehicle I had before I totaled was my Jeep.
Oh,
This is pushing the limit on the picture because this will never fit. So I got to figure out what part of it I want to keep.
so I could use that with my Y. This with my P. this with my G. I've got my fun words that I do. I can't do the show. Can you guys read that?
Sing.
Yeah. So I'm going to add those, some of those. Oh, and I could do these with smaller ones. I need smaller ones. I could use like a postage stamp for the S as well. See, and I can even put one of those on that.
So, Joni, is this an ongoing swap where you just send in 3 anytime? Or is this a monthly thing? ATCs, they're altered trading cards.
It's ATC, yeah, artist trading cards. Oh, yeah, no, I'm more than willing to part with my ATCs. I make them to trade. I do have lots sitting there. Oh, that's way big. I need smaller ones of those. That's okay. Look. I could put flowers. That'll cover up the... I could paint little flowers on the F, right? I could paint flowers. I'm going to paint some flowers on that. Do, do, do. No, I got little flowers. I know that doesn't surprise you guys. Nope. Need a little yellow flower. Or this one. That works. See? So they're not finished, guys. I'm adding to them, and I say, you know. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be putting any 3D stuff. Hey, Stacy, welcome, welcome.
Joni would just have to make sure she didn't send you anything with 3D on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't do any with 3D stuff because it doesn't lie nice in the envelope.
Yeah.
I mean, I might use like the feather with the yarn in it. It's a little bit 3D, but it's not like really, really bad. Or maybe I wouldn't even. Maybe I wouldn't even.
There's my J. Juicy and Jeep. That's all I could find.
Oh, juicy works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking, what the heck am I going to put with J? Jam, jelly, joggers,
Jugs. Jars.
jars. Yes. There, so I've got a flower and a feather now. Ha. Okay. Sorry, guys, digging through my bins here, seeing what I've got. See, I could have put a cat on. I could put bugs. Do I have bee? Did I do a bee? I did a bee. I could put a bug on the bee, though. Well, I've got my love bugs, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
I could put a little bug on the bee. Maybe. It's going to cover something up. It's too big. I know. I could do littler bugs. I could just paint little bugs. Leave it alone. Do what you're doing. So I've got the word sing, and I've got a postage stamp. So I'm going to use those for the S. I'm going to cut this down. Do I have a little bottle, like cut out bottle? I do not. But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to do one. You know how that works. All right. So the S goes down first. Oh no, Anne. I could see me doing that. Oh, brutal. Was the cap on or off? Yes.
Well, now you have another outfit for working in your art only.
Yeah. Paintbrush.
It's like the shirt I put on yesterday. I don't know how old that shirt is. I call it my happy shirt. And I put it on and ran my finger right through a hole right in the middle of it.
Oh no.
I was like, "Oh no!" And I could mend it, but it's really doesn't need to be mended.
I know, but sometimes you get those clothes and they're just so darn comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
they
I
won't.
have an idea for something I'm gonna make with it. I got it in the laundry one last time, and I'm actually gonna recycle it. I like it that much.
Yeah.
This is way faster than I thought it was gonna be.
Nice. Well, I think a lot of it has to do with is we kind of had a vision of what we were planning on doing,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, Pam, my problem is I start organizing stuff and then halfway through I get a great idea and everything I have just done goes out the window because I have to start again. So if you are much more organized and determined than I am about these things, you could definitely start. I don't know. Don't know.
There's my P.
You got your P?
Yep.
Nice.
Perfectly people.
Perfectly people. And it's pink. Pink
Yep.
posy.
And
Pink
it's polka
posy.
dotted.
Pink polka dot posies. And perfect people. I love alliteration. Don't get me started.
I'm adding another word because it's sitting here and I really want to use that word. So
All right.
one of mine will have two words. So because one out of 26 has two words, I'll probably go back and find another word for everyone.
No, not all 26. Just do like 8 or so, or 7.
Balanced, brilliant butterflies.
Nice. Because.
Oh, yeah, I should put that one on there.
So I'm going to take this glee and the G, and I'm going to take a pair of my glasses, and I'm going to fill them in with black so that they look like cool sunglasses. Ooh, those don't fit quite. Your tablet speaks French? Ooh, real French or rude French? Unfortunately, today I've had a couple of rude French slips. I don't know what's up with that. Sorry, guys. Normally, I'm much better behaved.
Okay. I thought I better write down what I have done because I might forget.
Okay, I'm going to use these cool glasses. I'm going to turn them into sunglasses. Maybe I'll put some dots on them or something. So I'm going to put the G down just in the middle. No, I'm going to need room for glee. Let's trim the glee down.
I did it. I knew I'd do it.
You doubled the letter?
I did two P's.
Oh, no.
I had the people and the penny.
Right, you did the penny. Oh,
And
no.
I can't turn one of them into an R because I already got an R and I already got a B. So we just got two P's. But I made extra cards.
That's okay.
So I'm good.
And because it's a letter of your last name, it could be, you could be sticking those in different things as like for thank yous and have like a
Yep.
signature card or whatever. All right. I got it. Let's outline this with marker. Thanks, Pam. Oh,
Two P's in a pod.
yes. Did you read what Stacy wrote? She typed
Oh,
Peter in it and realized it changed to Pierre. That's why she said her computer speaks French.
oh my goodness.
Okay, the G is outlined. G's going to go down. My hands are still mucky. I can't believe that ink is still so stinking wet. Like, what the Sam David Henry? Crazy. Crazy, crazy. After my live on Sunday, after my kid had gone, because I left early because I had a child pop in, um, I was watching Anne Lar and followed along on the prompts on her channel. And one of the last prompts was to drip or spatter with ink or drip or spatter. So I used this refill ink from my stamp pad and I dripped and it's still wet. It doesn't help that I did it on, this is one of the prompts was use food packaging. So I had this background on cereal bag and then did the mushrooms out of the macaroni box. But I dripped that ink and it's still wet. And that's what all this black on my hands was from because the last prompt was to do washi tape border. So I used my homemade washi tape and put it down today, thinking that the black should be dry by now, but it is not dry. So I'm just muck, just irritated with the capital irritate. Joni does beautiful blah 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 blah. Joni does beautiful journals and flip throughs of things. Like her, some of her work is just like wow. So yes, if you get a chance to check some of that stuff out, please do because it is lovely. Okay, so I probably should have found. Oh, look, there was glue down there, and I just whatever. Um, my glee is a little bit big for that G, but that's okay. Now I don't know if I want to put black behind those because why? Because that's going to cover up more of that G. Well, I'm going to see what happens. I have some black cardstock. We'll try it before I glue it. How's that? Oh, look, I even have some black construction paper. Um, I think you'll still be able to see the G. Okay, I'm going to glue these down. Wow, we're awfully quiet, Jean. Are we concentrating or what?
Yeah, I have everything that I pulled out to start with
Oh, okay.
used. So now I have to think. That's why I went through the alphabet to see which ones I still had left.
Can you guys still see the G if I put the sunglasses up there?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, Belinda, it is worth the price because that way you don't have to replace the whole stamp pad. This way you can just put it on, let it soak in, and use it. Thanks. You know me. If I got folded paper, I try and make glasses out of it. I think I wish I would have cut out those letters for Glee and done them individually on here so that all that white wasn't there so you could see more of that G. It's okay. It is what it is. It's not wrong. It's just because when it comes right down to it, I can always maybe. If you see what I mean, like, where's a good light? Where's a good light? There's so much white over that G. If I'd have cut the letters out individually, you'd have been able to see more of the G. Does that make sense? But it's okay. It is what it is. I like the word glee. It's happy. I'm going to outline the sunglasses in black paint. And I might put some white polka dots on it.
Bye, Barb.
Bye, Barbara. Take care.
There's my sunshine sheep. Oh, this is becoming hard now.
Thanks for coming. It's getting hard now. We've
Yes.
done all the easy letters.
Yes. I can't even think of things that begin with some of these letters.
What have you got
Oh, I
left?
see most of them. A D E F G H I K N O Q T U V W X and Z.
Oh, yeah.
And it's finding a picture that goes with them.
Right. I am using Kimbits because I have to use them up. And this seems like as good a way as any.
Yes, I think you're right there.
Don't know that I've got all these. But I keep going back through the bin and oh, for H. Well, now. I've got stuff. I've got to find a heart that will fit on an ATC card, and that will be my H.
There you go.
Yeah. These ones I know are way too big. We'll get rid of the way too big ones. I have lots of pretty little hearts. Well, I think they're pretty. And I'll make sure that just in case I send them in the swap, they don't have buttons or sequins or anything on them. See, I've got this one, it's just got stitching. This one's just doodled. You're not a heart. Why are you in there? Belongs in the cluster bin. That one's got stitching. That one. Let's remove. Just trying to see which one of these lies flatter. The ones with the stitching. That's got a pretty little cluster of diamond dots. Diamond dots aren't that big. I could get away with diamond dots, could I not?
Sure.
But I don't think that's too 3D. They're nice and little. Okay, so I've got those ones. I've got those ones. So there's the H. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Let's find maybe a blue one. Does that blue H get lost on it, guys?
A little bit. If you outlined it, it wouldn't.
Yeah? Okay. Better. Yes?
Yes. Oh man, the perfect F, and it's way too big.
Oh no.
It's a flamingo.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
I don't think I can. No.
Wow. The ATCs are just a little small. What about that layout? Jean, anyone? This layout?
Yes, I like it.
Okay. Let's go back in the heart bin. That will start with this one in the corner. And I think this heart, this floral heart, needs some white on it. I think I'm just going to outline this one with some white dots just to add. Just seems to me it needs that little bit of a finish. I've got glue on here and I'm sticking to it. That if you're wondering, what is she doing? I think that finishes that heart off just that little bit. It helps if you do round dots though, Kim, because they look kind of ugly if they're not round. Does that isn't that better? Oh, a face for the F could work too. That's right.
That's what I got, a face, but it's got freckles, and that's the word I got was freckles. But glamour magazines and yarn magazines are what I'm using, so that's part of the reason I'm having trouble finding some of the words.
Well, at least you've got those compared to just train magazines.
This is true.
It's amazing what I can do with just train magazines.
Well, I have some art magazines, but I haven't read them yet, so it's not time to cut them up.
I get ya. My daughter did bring me a whole box of country living and or Canadian living and that kind of thing. I haven't gone through them yet, so I don't know.
Well, we're going on vacation next Saturday,
Oh, nice.
and um, that's when I'll read my books or my magazines.
Oh, when you're driving?
Yeah.
I usually knit.
Well, I have to have several little things so I can change when I get tired of it because it's a 12-hour drive.
Ah, yes.
And it could be longer if we travel with our kids.
Definitely.
So, because my son and his family is going, and so if we all travel at the same time, they're going to want to stop way more than what we will.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we're go ahead.
Gary likes to just get there. He
Yeah.
don't like the stopping, but if they stop, we're stopping because those are my grandkids.
Yep. Yes. I after our road trip yesterday, we've decided that if we do go to the West Coast, well, we are going to the West Coast. We're just not sure when, um, because of the garden, etc., etc. That we are going to be doing an awful lot more stopping. It's not going to be a fly through drive that we used to do.
Yeah.
Only sleep away like one night before we get there, kind of thing. It'll
Hmm.
be two or three this time because we're just not into the sitting for that length of time like we used to be.
Yeah, exactly. We even my husband said this last trip when we went up. Yes, it was up and back, so it was quite crazy, but
Yeah,
it's too much. And our trip home, we are definitely stopping halfway
yeah,
because we're going up on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we have my father in law's 90th birthday party and my brother in law's celebration of life.
right.
And then we're going to be there for a few more days. But we have a country Airbnb.
Okay,
And if my husband wants to go in and hang out with his family, that's fine because I'm going to sit there and do art.
yeah,
And then we're heading to my side of the family on Wednesday. And we've got an Airbnb there. And we're going to get my best friend from seventh grade, and we're going to go to Lucas, Kansas. I think I told you all about that already, maybe, or maybe another group. I don't know. But it's a really cool. It's the Grassroots Art Center of Kansas.
oh,
It's
nice.
actually rated number 2 in the state.
Ooh, awesome.
And so we're going to go there for a day. And then my family reunion is on Sunday, but they get this lodge for it. So they have to rent it for 2 days. So at 3 o'clock Friday afternoon, family will be coming in. So I don't know if they're going to get me all Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but we're going to try to leave decent time Sunday, but we're going to leave after eating a big meal.
Yeah.
And
You'll be
so,
tired.
yeah, I said, we can't do it. I'm sure he'll try to push it,
Yeah.
but I'll just have to remind him. I love him, but he's not a spring chicken.
Yeah. Oh, I know that feeling. I do. I do. Oh, look, that's not glued down. There, used up some hearts. All outlined. I think that this one I would black the edges on as well. I'll use marker. So some of them will have. Oh, look what I did. Because it's copy paper, it slipped on me, and I got a big black line. And again, it slipped on me. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do.
So there's my F, freckle face.
Oh, I like it.
This was supposed to be rainbows, but since I did the R already, we're going to try something else. I think what I'm really enjoying is the fact that I'm not thinking. I mean, I'm thinking to find the words
Yeah,
or the pictures, but I'm taking the first one I see.
excellent. Ha. So I fixed it. I drew that big line in when it folded on me on the corner. So I just did a line of swirls down that side because the background has white swirls on it. Very cluttered ATC there, but I fixed it. See, so it doesn't matter, guys. You can just keep working it until you're happy.
That's right.
That's not my phone dinging. It must be yours.
It was mine.
Yeah. Okay. So I have the word yes. So does anybody have big plans for the weekend?
Not me. I wanted to have one of my grandkids, but I don't have a clean enough bed space for them. So
Yeah. Well, I had my boys here. We picked them up Tuesday. They stayed for supper. And then I took them home. And then I picked them up again Wednesday. And they had supper. And I took them home.
how old are they?
12 and 14. They wanted to spend 2 nights. But because I was having company from out of province, I said no to them because they're weird around strangers, right? Teenagers.
Yeah.
So I wanted them comfortable. I wanted my company comfortable. So just did it that way. I guess, you know what? I need a yellow background. I don't think I've got any yellow backgrounds though. Because I'm doing Y, so a yellow background would be lovely. Is that close enough to yellow? It's orange.
Anything orange is perfect, though. That's just me.
Yeah. But I'm using an orange Y, so that could get lost. Well, I'm going to use this blue. Maybe this one. Maybe this orange. I think I'll use that orange one. Seem to have a lot of blue ones. Maybe I'll just stick to the blue.
I just cut out a picture and I've lost it already.
Are you at my house? I'm always
Seriously.
doing things. Yeah, Joni. And the thing is like these guys, I love them with all my heart. I really do. But I grew up with a sister. I had daughters, and now I've got grandsons, like three grandsons. I have one granddaughter and three grandsons, and they're like aliens to me. I don't have the rapport, know how. What do you want to call it? I don't understand the teenage boy psyche because I haven't experienced it as a parent, right? So it's you know all I know is that just keep throwing food at them, let them have their video games, and all's good. Aside from that, I don't know.
I think it's time for me to quit if I can't find what I just cut out.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
So like I say, I love these boys with all my heart. They spend an awful lot of time here, and I love it. I love the fact that they phone and say, "Can we spend a couple of nights?" You know, but I just, yeah, it's a little difficult. Snacks and videos, yeah, lots of snacks, lots of videos. But even like their snacks, if my girls had friends over, I could throw them a couple of bags of chips. Everything was great. These guys want like cut up peppers, like sliced peppers, and they want healthy stuff. They will eat chips and things too, but they like the healthy stuff. I don't know.
I found it.
Yay! Yeah, but it's very different having these young men in my life.
I had a boy and a girl, so it's worked. I'm pretty easy with it.
Yeah,
Um, my granddaughter, she's 9. She's at that perfect stage,
yeah,
but she doesn't come over often. And the summer's almost over. By the time we get back from this trip, there's not going to be any weekdays for them to come over.
yeah.
And my grandson, the oldest grandson, it doesn't matter. He does homeschool online, so he can come over anytime.
Nice.
And he does, because he's still not a big fan of the twins.
Yeah. Well, my oldest grandson is 17, and when he comes over, I almost have to cook double meals. But he works hard. He works construction. So, physical labor, teenage male, like, yeah, it's, but he also likes it when I cook lots because he gets to take the leftovers home.
My grandson is the pickiest eater I know.
My
But
youngest grandson is semi picky.
but the plus is my husband doesn't eat chicken, and my grandson loves chicken, and I love chicken, so
Yeah,
I get more chicken when he's here.
that's like me and any of my kids. Well, except for the youngest grandson because he doesn't like anything spicy. It makes him gag. Um, so that when my daughters or the older boys come for a meal, I can make curry. Ron doesn't like curry, so I like it when they come because it's good. I
Yeah,
have no idea what else to do with my why, so I've got yes, and the why I don't know. I have to think on my why to decide it goes. Opposite sides of the country, yeah. You never know, Joni. You never know. They may come back. I'm very, very fortunate. I've got one daughter that is 10 miles to the east, and the other one is 10 miles to the west. We're right in the middle. They each live in different small towns, but it's a fast drive for us to get to either of them.
yeah, my kids are 90, yeah, 90 miles away.
Yeah, I'm very, very fortunate. Three
But at
boys
least
and a
they're
girl.
both in the same town. My
Well, my,
daughter and her husband moved to Virginia for about a year and a half, and that was really, really, really hard.
yeah.
And I went out there once, and I survived. I wasn't happy, but I survived. And then just recently, they were looking at possibly moving to Georgia,
Oy.
and I was um, not real thrilled with that. I was a good girl. I didn't cause any issues. I really upset my daughter when they moved to Virginia. I said, "Okay, I'll pray that you don't get the job."
Yeah.
That didn't make her very happy.
No.
But
No.
um, the Georgia thing didn't work out, and then about a month later, he got promoted to the general manager of the whole plant. So
Excellent.
I know they're going to have. I know they're going to be close
That's
for a while.
good. That's really good.
Now my son, they weren't. They would have never left the area until her dad passed, and he passed about a year ago. So I'm just being real careful for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Kids have to go when where they find jobs. $300, food in the house. I get it. I get it. I get it. I mean, the boys come for a weekend, and I can't believe, you know, I have peppers in the freezer. They don't eat frozen. They want fresh, right? So I have to buy the peppers. I have to buy, you know, it is what it is. I'm glad they eat healthy. I'm glad they eat what I cook. It's not like, oh, let's go to McDonald's, right? I'm very fortunate that they're not like that. They don't even eat at McDonald's. It's because they never grew up with it because they never lived in the city.
Yeah,
So,
that in itself is worth all of it because um my daughter, which is my oldest grandson, and the twins, um almost every meal they eat out, almost,
yeah,
because with the twins and their sleep deprivation, whatever
yeah,
that word, uh, they, it was the only way they were going to eat,
yeah.
and I get that.
Oh,
But
for sure.
I go over there and stay for a few days, and I come home, and Gary's like, "You want to go out to eat?" And I'm like, "No, no."
Yeah, yeah. No, very fortunate that they've always been very close. They both have good jobs in the city, so they do commute. But uh, I like having them close. I loved having my grandkids close, and it's great. So and so's not feeling good. Can you go to the school and pick them up? I mean, my older daughter's kids went to the same schools that my kids went to. So I still knew a lot of the teachers or whatever. So it was never any problem picking them up. Yep.
There's my E.
Yay.
These are so simple, and I really like them. That's just what floors me.
Excellent. Eyes. See, I didn't even think of eyes. I'm thinking, what am I going to do for an E? They ate healthy too. That's nice. It's the finding jobs thing that's really hard now. Like, we were so fortunate that there were lots of jobs. Well, when I was younger, I could step into any kind of a position. But now it's like, wow, I really, really don't envy these generations coming up. I really don't. Very
Well,
thankful that
I
my
think. Go
go ahead.
ahead.
No, I'm just very thankful that my boys like using their hands. Like they build things and they work on cars, all of them, right? So they're in the shop with Ron a lot of the time. They're um, the younger two are with their dad rebuilding an old car. The older one occasionally goes for drywall with his father, works drywall with his dad, but he works construction other times. So they'll always have jobs when there's construction work available, right?
Yeah.
Um, very, very fortunate that way for them.
Well, I think that I don't know about there, but here there are jobs by the handful. Every
Yeah.
place is hiring. Restaurants are. I mean, I've went into Applebee's or Olive Garden and places like that you can see there's a ton of empty seats, but you still have to wait 20 or 30 minutes because they don't have the staff to serve that many people.
Yeah,
And but around here, because we have the oil field, the littler jobs never want to get filled.
right.
And so, and like my son, he's got his degree, but he says there's kids that have been hired on with no degree that are making just about what he's making already.
Yeah,
So, sometimes it's like, which way do you go?
for sure. For sure. It's nuts. It really is. Well, I mean, even my 14-year-old is working. He works at an ice cream stand that his other grandparents own. So he works 2 or 3 evenings a week there. He loves it, which is an awesome thing because he's got his own money. He's bought his own phone. It's a good thing.
I live in New Mexico, Tony. I'm actually 4 miles from the Texas border. So I kind of like live in two time zones, two states, two different areas. sometimes it drives me crazy. We doctor in most everything in Texas, so I have to do the time zone conversion all the time.
I hear that New Mexico is beautiful. My sister um, and her husband have a big RV, so they go south every winter, and they just love New Mexico. One day we'll travel like that. One
Well,
day.
let me tell you though, not my part of New Mexico. Taos, Santa Fe, Albuquerque, all that up in there is gorgeous. In fact, we can go 3 hours and be in the mountains from where we're at,
Okay.
and it is pretty. But here, it's no difference than West Texas, flatland. I mean, people used to ask me when I moved from Kansas what it was like here, and I'm like, here the trees only grow where you plant them. In Kansas, they just grow anywhere.
Yeah. I
So
have lots of volunteer trees in my yard.
yeah, it's I basically live in the desert. This morning I get up and it was 71 degrees and now it's 91.
Wow.
So there's my M, a magnet. It started with an M.
It works. It works.
That's right.
I need something for tea. Any ideas? Anything that I could? I'm out of Kimbits for these letters. Believe it or not,
Tree.
a tree. Oh, wait! I could do a tree. I could do a tree. I don't have trees made, but I can do one. Oh yes, yes I can. I've got this lovely piece of coffee stained paper. I'm going to cut a tree. I guess I could always use stamps too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, wobble cut.
I'm about 3 hours from Alamogordo. There you go. T, tongue, truck, tiny tassel. I bet my mailman hates me
Why?
because today's just 4 boxes.
Oh, yes, yes. I get it. Yes, I am wobble cutting a tree.
There we go. Turtle, trumpet, trombone. Turtles would be a good one to add to your list.
They would. Oh, yeah. My Kimbits list.
Mm-hmm.
Turtles would be good.
I got the W, M, and the W and the E.
Turtles. I could have a lot of fun with turtles. Oops.
I've done exactly half of the alphabet. And I'm going to use my little lamicorn for my U because I haven't thought of or found anything, and I just don't want to lose him. So we'll find a place for him.
I am nowhere near half. And I've got all my stuff here waiting, and you're looking for things and still beating me. Something wrong with this picture.
Well, I had a few things pulled out. My grandkids are really excited about this trip
Yeah,
because they get to go through some different states.
that's cool.
Because the drive up there to my in-laws in Kansas, they won't get 5 states. I get 5 states because I have New Mexico.
Yeah.
They're not gonna, come over to New Mexico. So, and next summer they're going to Florida.
Ooh, Disney World?
Yep.
Nice. Nice, nice. Okay. Is that a tree, guys?
Yes, that's a tree.
Look, garbage.
2 times in a row.
Yes. 2 days in a row, I have been throwing things out.
Be still, my heart.
Crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Triangle. I could have done triangles and saved a whole whackload of. I've got triangles somewhere. I love triangles. Well, now I've done a tree. It's going to be a tree.
There's my unicorn lamb. Since I really like the lamicorn, but we got to turn the word around to unilam. I don't know. It's unexpected. That's what it is. It's an unexpected unicorn lamb. So that's done. Now I have all the hard ones that I don't have pictures of. And they're not easy to find in these fancy girly girl magazines. I might be wishing I had some train magazines here.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, look. For my D page.
Ah, beautiful. That works. Tree. Now I have to do some, make it look like wood too, because you'll be able to read these letters, and I don't even remember what book that's from, but it could be rude.
Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to look at it that close.
We can only hope.
Okay.
Yeah, and now I just realized I'm gonna be covering it up with the tea anyway. So what am I doing? Whack job. better. One for, oh, yeah. I'll put the tea down here. Doesn't cover up too much of the tree, and you can still tell that it's a tree, I think. Let's outline this in black. I'll use paint. I will use paint. And then, ooh, no, glue the tea down. Well, guys, we've been at this for 2 hours and 22 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Does it feel like that?
I can tell I've been online for a while, but I didn't think it was that long. I don't think I've sat still and done something like this forever.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to have to call it.
Yeah, I do too.
I have to go and pay my tax bill. It's actually not due until the end of October, but if we pay it early and the 31st is the date for the early payment, then we get 2% off our property taxes.
Oh.
So I like to pay it early, and I can only do it in person. And the office is in the next town, which is okay. It's only 10 minutes away, but being the last day and a Friday, I don't know how many other people are going to be there at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to finish this tea and call it a day, if you guys don't mind.
Yep. I just finished my D.
How about if I put you big and you can show off all the ones you've done
Okie dokie.
while I'm finishing my tea? Okay. Do this one.
So we have D for designs and dollar, U for Unilam unexpected, M for a magnet match. I love putting one word on there. That's so much fun. W for a win watch. E I whatever that word is. It was a perfume, but I liked the word. I thought it sounded good. So maybe I will have to change that. I don't know. F for freckles and face. S, sunshine and sheep. Y, yarn. P, prehistoric penny. Or perfectly people. Mystique for mushrooms and M. R, the right rock. L is lace and lace. C is for cat and control. J is for juicy jeep. And B for balanced, brilliant butterflies.
Awesome. 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 All right. So I do me, maybe. Okay. Why do I have that black? Oh, see, look at that, guys. I didn't have my camera all the way cleared. Maybe that was a big part of my issue today.
Could have
Oh,
been.
sheesh. Okay. T, we got a tree. Y for yes.
Yes.
G for glee and glasses. Whoop. Just a bunch of X's. X marks the spot. I might put that on the side here. X marks the spot.
There you go.
U for the umbrella. I have to do something with this. This is really, really plain. M for mushroom.
Cute.
Don't know how well the mushroom shows with all the fine lines. C is for chicken. H is for hearts.
That's really pretty.
You know what would be good? I have to find the word harmony. I think harmony would be a lovely word to put on the H as well.
Uh-huh.
S is for sing and stamp.
Cute.
B is for button, button. Who's got the buttons? F is for flower and feather. I really like the way the feather glued down. It actually
really
shows
pretty.
the fuzzies nice. And L is for leaf. This one also is going to get something else added to it, but I'll figure it out.
Cool.
Well, thank you guys for being here and rambling on with us. And please check out Jean's channel and everybody else that Pam shared. And if you want to do the swaps with Joni's group, that I think that would be an absolute blast. Some of these are going to go out for the swaps, I think, since I'm having so much fun with them. Or maybe they'll just go into an alphabet journal. I'll use them as tuck spots or tags or something. I don't know, but they are ATC size, so I can swap them.
Yeah,
Remember?
I was thinking about binding mine.
Yeah. Hey, that's a great idea too. Listen to what Jean says. I'm gonna. Hey, you're not here. Let's put Jean back. There we go. Listen to Jean. But yeah, no, maybe binding them would be a lot
I
of fun.
have a really cool technique that I learned from Tanya McGuire on how to bind single sheets.
Oh,
These are going to push the limit because some of my stuff is really close to the edge, but I think I can do it. I might
interesting.
do that.
Are you going to do that on your channel when they're done?
I don't know. I got to get done first.
Yeah. Well, let me know because I would love to watch you bind that. I would love to learn how to do that. And yes, a lot of mine are very close to the edge, but maybe I can do an adaptation kind of thing for it.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It'd be really cool to do an accordion book with it too.
It would.
Cut your pages. These are 2.5 by 3.5. So cut it 3 by 4. Is that right? Yeah. And then you'd have just a little border, and you could glue all these on there and have it set out, and you could have it setting out where you could see the whole alphabet.
Yeah.
That would be cool too.
It would. It definitely would. All right. Well, thanks again for everybody being here. Thanks, Jean. Like I say, Jean's address is below, and Pam also posted it. Check out Joni's Facebook ATC swap group. And I'm going to let you guys go and have a wonderful weekend. See you on Sunday. Sunday is monsters. We're doing monsters on Sunday. I have no clue what they're going to look like, but we'll love them. Have a good one, guys. See ya. Bye.
Bye.